So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. VOA. Sometimes you can tell the kind of woman you're getting involved with if you just do a little search into her history. But in some scenarios, a woman's history is public, whether it's public locally where you live or whether it's public internationally because she's a celebrity. Now, in this scenario, we keep finding more and more that the woman Dwayne Wade chose to marry shouldn't have been married to him in the first place. Because now, as she's starting to hit her Jada Pinkett style midlife crisis, she's starting to reveal things about herself. And they always do it in a tell-all book. Jada has a show to do it, she does it in books. But this latest thing that she said, man, that she admitted in this book is really the final nail in the coffin as far as the reason that she chose to leech on to Dwayne Wade and also the things that we see happening in his brother's life. In 2006, this woman was divorced and she was married to a former football player, NFL player, Chris Howard. Here's what she did after her divorce. The woman had in her words, a Red Sea Scrolls filled with men she wanted to get with. In other words, she took a carousel ride. And some of the things she stated during that time, man, she admitted that she was going down the F-boy path. And here's the men that women call F-boys. The men who just knock down everything moving. Those are the men they call F-boys. The men we call players, they call them F-boys.
Like, does he see me through? Oh God! So I got divorced, and
I was trying to get back.
like other divorced people, you have a mental bucket list. I had a bucket list of diddles.
I was saying, are we keeping it 100?
Let's keep it a buck. I was like, here is my deep. What do they call it? The Red Sea Scrolls. Of gentlemen callers, I would like to check their avails, check their pulse. And Shaka was like, about 99.99% of that list are fuckboys. And I was like, yes, exactly. I feel tall enough to enjoy this ride. I will strap in, and I will hold my arms up, and I'll buy the picture at the end of the ride.
She literally expressed that she used her divorce as an excuse. Of course, she says an opportunity, but that's an excuse. She used her divorce as an excuse to spread herself thin. See, after a woman spreads herself thin, she's done. You should never have a woman who spreads herself thin. You should never have a woman who goes through man after man after man for whatever reason she goes through it for. Because there's only a certain type of woman who's going to be comfortable, like putting her body through that, putting her spirit through that, putting her mind through that. And that type of woman is not meant to be married. So here's the thing. We don't know how long she was on that ride. She jumped on it after her 2006 divorce. And her and D. Wade got married in 2014. D. Wade has no idea what he was getting himself into, but we see the evidence of it. The woman came in and all of those different spirit energies within her have caused her to cause total chaos and mass confusion in that man's life. That's probably why she has those fertility issues. That's probably why she has those child carrying issues. You can't abuse your body and treat yourself like a harlot and then think you're going to get the gift of a wife. That's the problem with so many women in this society. They truly believe that they can live whatever life they want to live and treat their bodies, mind, spirit, and everything else about themselves however they want to and still reap the benefits that a woman who did not go that path. You don't think there's some women out here who felt some type of pain or felt some type of self-esteem shot when they were in a divorce or in a breakup after a long relationship that they didn't want to go down the same ride? See, here's the thing. You got two kind of women in the world. You got the kind of women who give in to their desires, and you got the kind of women who pursue a spiritual, mental, or emotional healing. Because ain't no healing coming through physicality. There is no healing coming through physicality. All healing comes from internal healing. You can't heal from the outside in. You have to heal from the inside out. And there is no healing when a woman is spreading herself thin and moving around and traipsing all around. Her moment was fasten your seatbelts for the F-Boy Express. And here's what you got to understand, man. All of this has not gotten out of her system that quickly. You can't spread yourself around thin to all of these men and think that it's gone now that you married Dwayne Wade. And that's why look at Dwayne Wade. Look how he's changing his style of dressing and he's changing everything and everything's changing in his household, man. The woman has come in and she's brought all of those spirit entities from those other men in. So all she can do is be more masculine than you because the Jezebel spirit latches on to your masculinity. So D Wade is in the house losing his own masculinity, dealing with a woman who's filled with who knows how many men's masculinity, and the man is just living, and he's continuing to live that life as if that's the best thing for him to do, as if it makes sense for him to live that life. Let me tell you something, man. The reality of the scenario is this. That woman has an energy about her. It permeates her roles in Hollywood. It permeates her interviews. It permeates her interaction with D Wade. And this isn't about the woman. A woman gonna be who a woman is. But it's sad to see a brother who has the potential to be a great leader of men just because of his background, because of his upbringing, because of his success. Throw all of that away to be the step and fetch a kowtow show pony for a woman who doesn't even deserve to be a wife. We have to start setting standards on what a wife can be and what a wife can't be. We have to start upholding standards. And the problem is, no one wants to adhere to the word of God for these standards. So there are no standards. The Bible is the only place that gives you those standards. Anywhere else tells you that there are no standards. You have to accept people for who they are. The past is the past. It doesn't matter what a woman has done. It doesn't matter who a woman has been with. None of those things matter. You have to forgive and forget. Here's the thing. You ain't got to forgive nothing because it didn't have nothing to do with you. And you ain't got to forget it because you don't know nothing about it. But what you got to do is understand the life that you live in. You're going to have to forgive and forget yourself for ruining your life by choosing the wrong woman to be with. A woman would never willingly choose the wrong man to be with. Ever. A woman would never willingly choose the wrong man to be with. And for all we know, D Wade could have been one of those jump off guys. There's an old Ghetto Boy song, Let a Pro Be a Pro. And D Wade should have listened to that song. Because the bottom line is when a woman admits she lived the life of a harlot, we don't have to say it. I'm not saying anything about her that she didn't say about herself. This is an admission to a harlotless existence. And after that guy, none of those other men wanted to marry her. And here's what a woman will do. A woman will later on say, well, I chose to be with those men and I chose to just be out there wilding out like that. We don't know if that's true or not. She could have been trying to get right back into another relationship. You know, women will do that. Or she could have very well had a list of men that she wanted to get with. And here's the thing. How does D Wade know she ain't got a list of those men now? If that works so well for her, how do you know she doesn't have a list of those men now? See, here's the thing. You don't need a wife so bad that you have to make these compromises on the type of woman that you're willing to put in that position. You don't need a woman so bad that you have to force yourself to accept things that you wouldn't normally accept just so you can have some broad. You don't have to do that, man. It doesn't make sense to think that you have to do that. It's foolish to even believe that that's something you should think about. It really just doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. And the bottom line is, as long as it doesn't make sense, you're never going to be able to make sense of it. Foolishness is foolishness. And reality is reality. And the reality of this scenario is that you have a woman who has admitted, just 8 years before she married D Wade, she decided that she was going to take a ride on a carousel. And that's not counting how many carousel rides she had already taken before that. We got to stop telling ourselves that a woman's body count don't matter. It does. Because those spirit energies from those other men, they never go away. Now, let me tell you something I know about a woman who knows she can't have no children. A woman who knows she can't have no children, man, she has fertility issues. Let me tell you something. She is much more likely to not demand that a man straps up. Because a woman's worry of getting pregnant by the wrong man is even greater than her worry of getting one of those packages that she can't get rid of. Ironic. Never allow yourself to settle for filling a space in your life with anyone or anything that doesn't deserve to be in that space. You're doing yourself a disservice and you're treating yourself like a scrub. When the main thing you should be giving yourself is love. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they